In this video, we are going to take a look at the third assignment. It's very important for you to follow closely because this data set is the same data set you are going to use for your assignment 4. Now, this is what we are going to do. We'll download and prepare real economic data. The data is coming from the website of Statistics Canada. However, I've already downloaded it, cleaned it, and then placed it on a website so that it's easy for you to go and download and play around with the data. Then we are going to calculate descriptive statistics for unemployment rates, construct confidence interval using Excel, compare unemployment patterns between two provinces of your choice. So choose any two provinces, then interpret statistical results in economic context, and you will have to present your findings in a written report as a Word document. So without wasting time, I'll come here, control and click to be able to open that app. So it may take a few seconds for it to load, and once it loads, just hold on, let it load completely, and then we can start playing with it. So our objective is to download unemployment data for the past 2 years. So if I scroll, I'll see labor market indicators. I'll click on those, and I want to filter, given that it says for the past 2 years. So I'll just try 2023, then I'll put 4 here, and that's it. Hit enter, and then we are interested in unemployment rate. We are interested not just in Canada. I'll take any two other provinces. I'll take Quebec. I'm interested in Quebec and Ontario. Okay, we can choose more than one, so the best thing is to download all data. Just scroll down, come, click on all data, click on download, and we will download all the data. Here we go. All of the data has been downloaded. I will click on open file. It's not going to, we will not use the same techniques we have been using by going through Power Query because this is data that has already been cleaned. So I'll just click on open file to open it in Excel, and then we will pivot it and play with it. So I'll come between these two, I'll double click so that I'll just increase it, increase the size so that we clearly see what we are doing. So this is our date and so on and so forth. So click anywhere inside, go to insert, pivot table, click to pivot it, okay. And here we go. So we will take value, put it under values, click on count, value field setting, average, number format, number, make sure it's 2 decimal places, okay, and then okay, and there we go. The next thing we want to do is to take date, put it under rows, and once you do that, you want to get rid of everything except date. So you get rid of, let me see, what do we have? We have date here. I will get rid of years, I'll get rid of quarters, I'll get rid of month, and I'll just leave date. Okay, so there we have just the dates. Actually, I'll put years so that I can filter it. So I'll just check yes, it will enable me to filter it. Now, the next thing we want to put something under the columns, and for that I will put region because we want to keep the regions. That's all you need to do. The next, you basically go under design, or just go under table analyze, click on slicer. We want region, we want indicator, sex, age group, and okay. These are the different slicers we have. You can put it there. It's going to just help you to filter your data. So all of this, we are arranging our data. So now we want Canada, we want 2 other provinces. I'm going to click on control. Let me scroll down, control, Ontario and Quebec. And I will release my control key. I want total. I'll click on total. I want 15 years and over. I'll click on that. I want unemployment rate. I'll click on it. Very important for you to do that. Let me reduce the size to give myself some space. And the next thing I will do, I'll click in the table, go to pivot table analyze, insert timeline, check date, okay, go to months, click on years, and click on that one, drag it, and then that's it. Click inside this table, come back and get rid of years. So you can see we should have about 24 data points. We could get rid of some of these dates, but it really doesn't matter. I'll get rid of the grand totals. We don't need that. So I'll go to design, go to grand totals, click off for rows and columns because we don't need any of it. So we have data for Canada, Ontario, and Quebec. I will simply click there, copy it, Control C, add another sheet here, and then right click there, click on Paste Special, and then take values and number format. Very important. If you take this one, you will have problems. Values and number format. Okay, there we go. So now we have our data in the form we want. We can start answering the different questions. So if you take a look at the questions you had to compute the mean, median, standard deviation, minimum, and maximum. So for that, we can come here. I'll just type mean. And that's it. So right now, you can put in your equations. You always start with the equality sign. Mean is the average, AVR. So I'll hit tab, I'll select it, and hit enter. For median, start with equal, MED, median, hit tab, do the same, it's the same range, hit enter. Standard deviation, equal, STD, it's sample, take that. So you must take sample, hit tab, select it, hit enter. Mean equal MIN, hit tab, select it, hit enter. Equal MAX, tab, select it, hit enter, and then select all of that and just drag it, and there you go, you have it for all of those. Now we are talking of the next question is construct the 95% confidence interval. So basically we want to construct it for each of the regions. Okay, so let's come here. We basically have, I think here I'll put Canada. I don't need to type it, I'll just say equal and click here, hit enter, move there, and just drag, and it's going to replicate what we have there. The next thing is, I'll come here, you first need to compute the standard error. Standard error. Just look at the class notes, you'll see how those things are done. Given that we are dealing with a sample that is less than, so it's less than 30 and we don't have the population standard deviation, we are going to be using the student T distribution. So we need the T score. And once we have it, we can compute the margin of error. And when you have your margin of error, you can take a look at the lower bound and the upper bound. And once you do that, you will have it for all of those provinces. You will have it for everything. So if you take a look, then you would have constructed the confidence interval for that period. All you need to do is to now write your paper based on that. So it's pretty straightforward. Let me just show you a bit how this goes. So basically the standard error from the slides is simply the standard deviation divided by the square root of n. So we'll start with equal standard deviation. We can use that, or we just say STD, standard deviation. It's sample, hit tab, drag everything. You close it, and then you divide by the square root of n. Square root, SQRT, the square root of n. Now we can actually count. So count the number of cells in the range that contain numbers. Hit tab and also select. Close it and then close it and hit enter. So basically we seem to have that as the standard error. The next thing we want to do is you can just drag it, or you come here and we see how to compute the t-score. Always use 95% level of confidence. I think it was given, if I'm not mistaken. Was it given? Okay, maybe it was not mentioned, but now I'm just telling you, use 95% level of confidence. So this is the formula for your t-score. So it's t dot inverse INV dot 2. So you are taking this one, I'll hit tab, and we set 95. So if you are thinking of 95, given that it is basically a two-tail, you'll do 0.05, comma. The degrees of freedom is simply your count minus 1. So if you do the count, or if you just look at the number, you are going from 2 to 28. So if you count, you'll see. So what we will do here is, let me just take it over. Okay. I'll say equal t dot inv. I'll take the 2t 0.05, comma, degrees of freedom count. We know it's always n minus 1. To know the n, we just select that. This is for Canada. Close it. It's going to give us the n. And then we do minus 1. We close it and we hit enter. Now, the margin of error, you are multiplying your t-score by what you have there, by your standard error. So equal, just multiply them and hit enter. Now your lower bound is simply your mean minus your margin of error. So equal your mean, here we have the mean, minus the margin of error we have there, and the upper bound is, put equal, it's still the mean, this time plus the margin of error, and hit enter, and there you go. Okay, and then if you take a look here, you'll find that it also asked you, if I'm not mistaken, to draw some charts. Where is it? create a well organized, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's okay. It says create appropriate visualizations, line charts. So that is very easy. So all you need to do is just select the whole thing. Okay, here, just change it to date so that it looks better. Go to insert, and you want to insert a line chart. Click that. Here you have a beautiful line chart. There's no chart as beautiful as the line chart. I'll come here, click on the y-axis. So I click on it, take format axis, and for the minimum, I am going to take 4 because I don't actually see anything that is below 4. Okay, 4, or let's say 3.5. Hit enter, and that's it. Now put a chart title, appropriate chart title, and then once you put an appropriate chart title and label the axis, now you can do a print screen, take it in a Word document, use any technique you want, bring it into a Word document, and then play around with it. Okay, take it to a Word document. Let me see, here we go. Paste it, and then use it to do whatever you want. Now it's important that you make sure it's 2 years, that you have 24. Actually, it doesn't matter. Just work on it. Show me you can do something. I want to see you writing something interesting. Analyze the data as best as you can. And that will be it for this assignment. And I'll see you in the video of the next one.